Good afternoon, everyone, and you're very welcome along to the March Planning Committee meeting. I'd like to first of all ask Suzanne to read the notice and summons the meeting. Thank you.
Thanks, Chair. Good afternoon, members. You're hereby summoned to attend the monthly meeting of the Planning Committee, which will be a hybrid meeting conducted remotely via WebEx and physically in the Council Chamber, Derry Road, Strabane, on Wednesday, the 5th of March 2025 at 2 p.m. Go through the attendance. Alderman Keith Kerrigan.
Online, Suzanne.
Alderman Neri McMorris. Alderman Janice Montgomery.
Here.
Councillor John Boyle. Come back. Councillor.
I think he should be on his way.
Okay. Councillor Caroline Devine.
And Shaw.
Councillor Sean Fleming.
And Shaw.
Councillor Paul Gallagher.
And Shaw.
Councillor Christopher Jackson.
And Shaw.
Councillor Fergal Leonard.
Sure.
Councillor Patricia Logue. Come back. Councillor Sean Mooney. Councillor Patrick Murphy. Councillor Martin Riley.
Here online.
And Councillor Grace O'Neillis.
Early now.
And we'll go back to Alderman Neri McMorris. And Councillor John Boyle is coming online, and Councillor Patricia Logue.
Thank you, Suzanne. I'll read through the broadcasting statement. I'd like to remind everyone physically present at this meeting or in attendance remotely that this meeting will be broadcast live to the internet and will be capable of repeated viewing. Broadcast may be terminated or suspended in accordance with our protocol. Due to your attendance at this meeting, you're consenting to being filmed and to use and storage of those images for broadcasting or training purposes, and for the purpose of keeping historical records and making those records available to the public. Members and approved speakers are reminded to only have their mics and cameras on while speaking at the meeting and to use the chat facility to highlight a request to speak. A copy of the Council Privacy Notice may be found on the Council website, www.derrystrabane.com. Okay, can I ask at this stage if there are any declarations of members' interests? Nobody online. Councillor Jackson?
Yeah, Chair. Thanks. I just wanted to clear on planning application LA11 2022 1186. It's outline application and number 4 in our packs. Just to declare that I am a commissioner on Foyle Board and they've got an interest in this application, so declare this at the outset.
Thank you, Councillor Jackson. Anyone else? Which if there's anything that comes up that you realise interest in, you can let me know before the application is considered. Okay, moving on to agenda item 5 is chairperson's business, and I want to ask Suzanne to go through this at this stage, please. Any late items that we've received?
Thanks, Chair. Members, you will have received over the last few days a number of items of late information. I'll go through them chronologically. For application number 2, LA11 2024 04870, officers have circulated a letter of support from Mr. Seamus Kearney that was submitted following this application being presented to the Planning Committee in January, so we're circulating that for information to members. Item number 4, LA11 2022 11860. You will have received an email with submission, I think, of 76 pages from Matt Kennedy's office on Monday evening. There's a letter of support also received from Colm Eastwood MP, and there was a letter received from McDermott and McGurk solicitors on behalf of Daniel and Rose McKenna regarding land ownership issues. Today we've received just at lunchtime an email from Daniel McCrossan MLA. Sorry, that is in relation to item number 2, beg your pardon. So members will have received that for item number 2. In terms of application number 7, LA 11 2024 0258F, we have an email with amended plans from the agent, David Zalzel, received yesterday, the 4th of March. We have a further email received today with folio maps and farm business information and details this morning, a letter of support from the Farmers Union. And then in relation to application number 8, LA 11 2024 0490, we have an email from Councillor Paul Boggs advising that the applicant and agent are unavailable to attend today and requesting a deferral for next month.
Okay, members, based on a substantial amount of information that we've received, proposed to give proper consideration to all the information received, proposed deferral of number 4 and number 7 and number 8 at this stage. May I ask for any views or comments on that? Mr. Jackson.
Chair, I have no issue with the proposal other than what I've outlined earlier with the declaration of interest in item 4. I think it would be appropriate for me to comment in relation to that, but
Yeah.
the other two, I have no issue with the direction of travel.
Sir Mooney, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. No, I have no issue with those 3 deferrals, Chair. Number 4, there's a lot of late evidence in and items in it. Obviously, has to needs more investigation, so no issues with that at all. And I mean, based on the other matters, I have no issue as well. I think there's just one issue. I think maybe Councillor Boyle had sought a site application for number 3, but my problem is I don't think he's online. Oh, he is online actually. My apologies. He can move
I
the field. Thank you.
we were going to come to that, and I just want to go through 4, 7 and 8 first. Could I have a seconder for that proposal to defer those, Councillor Murphy? So just to clarify, that's numbers 4, 7 and 8 are being deferred.
Chair.
Councillor Kerrigan, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. No, I was just wondering, are we content enough with the deferral for number 7? Because I do realise a previous application came out on that site at number 7 at a previous committee. I don't believe there ever was a site visit. I don't know, as does officers have any opinion, would a site visit be of any benefit for number 7? Or are they content to give just a detailed review this additional late information and then come back? Or is there any feeling that the site visit would be of any benefit? That's all I'm asking. You know, Chair. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge Kerrigan. I'll bring Suzanne in at this stage.
Thanks, Chair. Councillor Kerrigan, the deferrals really to enable us to consider and re-neighbour notify on the amended plans and the amended information. There are obviously a number of objectors in that application. A site visit, yes, may be helpful to view the site in the context of the farm complex. If members, if that's the view, you know, that's entirely up to members. Thanks.
Councillor Kerrigan, do you want to?
Well, Chair, I would have been content enough to have went with the site visit, but maybe some of the other members are aware of that area. It's just it's outside of my area. I know a farmyard's a farmyard, but still just to get the feel for the lie of the land when you're actually out on site, because I know the pictures can tell you one thing, but when you're standing there, it gives you a wee bit of a feel. But I'd be content enough with the site visit, but maybe it's entirely, I'm easy, whatever the committee feels. But if you need a proposal, I can propose a site visit, but I'm easy on it, Chair.
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open it to the members here in the chamber and online, including yourself, Councillor Kerrigan. If anybody wants to propose a site visit, please feel free. We'll look for a seconder. Alderman Montgomery.
Yeah, thanks for letting me in. I am familiar with the area, but I would be happy if a site visit was facilitated. So I'd be happy to second that.
So Councillor Kerrigan, I take it that's a proposal for a site visit and then
Yeah.
second by Alderman Montgomery.
Yes, Chair, if that's in order, yes. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, and we'll try and get that arranged as soon as possible. Councillor Rowe, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. Sorry, I was making issues with my Wi-Fi there. It's to declare an interest in item number 8, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Councillor Luke. Okay then, so items 4, 7 and 8 have been deferred. Councillor Mooney, you mentioned there about number 3.
Sorry, Chair, it was actually Councillor Boyle sent that, but I didn't think he was online, but I understand he's online now, so he can move that himself, Chair, if that's happy enough for that. Thank you.
Councillor Boyle.
Thank you, Chair, and apologies for my slightly late arrival. Yes, Chair, you'll be aware that I sent you an email and requesting a site visit for item number 3. I outlined a significant number of reasons why I think that would be useful, Chair, and I was simply wondering what your you and officers' opinions were on in relation to having a site visit for that. Bearing in mind quite a lot if committee members want to hear it, then there's obviously significant concerns around flooding in the Eglinton area. The specific location for this development and this particular site would probably benefit from further informed and balanced decision making. And I think a site visit would perhaps prove useful for members of this committee. In a nutshell, that's really the first reason for it. Chairs has said outlined other reasons to you as well in that particular email. But I think really genuinely it's well worth a look for members of the committee because of those particular concerns in that part of the Eglinton area. Chair, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Boyle. Do we have a seconder for Councillor Mooney's going to second that? So members, any other comments on that? There's a proposal there for a site visit for Ballygoodden. Any further comments on that? Is everybody okay with that? Councillor Fleming?
Just wanted to quickly say I'm happy to do a site visit. On ENR, flooding in Eglinton is raised frequently at the committee. So yeah, absolutely. If people have concerns, happy to agree to a site visit. So thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you for that. So just to run through the agenda, make sure everybody's clear on the applications, make sure everybody's clear. So that's number 3, 4, 7 and 8 have been deferred from today for site visit reasons and for the consideration of information. I know some people have travelled some distance to be with us today and their particular application is not being heard, but it's important that process is followed properly. So I'll just go through the running order then. It's going to be numbers 1, 2, 5, 6 and 9. Okay, I want to bring Suzanne in at this stage with regarding item number 8, please.
Thanks, Chair. Members, in relation to paper 8, item 8 of the request for the tree works consent at Bayview Gardens, I'm aware that correspondence was recirculated to a member, was passed on to officers, recirculating health and safety issues again. We've looked at that again, and in order to further assist officers and yourselves as members in the decision-making process, I would have recommend that we would probably go forward with another arboriculturalist report on this before we would bring it back for decision to members. If you would be content with that approach, then we wouldn't hear that paper today. Thanks.
Number 8,
Number 8.
Bayview Gardens. Well, it's request to have another report on it. Is everybody content with that?
Chair,
Yeah. Item 8 on your agenda there, we're talking about. Request for 3 works consent at Bayview Gardens. Everybody content with the officer's recommendation on that? Councillor
Chair,
Jackson?
Yeah, Chair, it makes sense. I think if we're going to have any discussion or have take any decision in relation to it, we need to come from an informed position. And if there's additional works that need to be carried out by officers to help us reach that position, it makes sense for us to do that first. So fully support that direction, the direction of travel.
Thank you for that. Councillor Riley?
yeah, thanks, Chair. I'm happy with what the officers have said and also what Councillor Jackson has said. So happy to second that if it needs to be seconded. Just a query, I suppose, just in terms of the time frame. Do we have any indication of how long it will take to get that report and then in turn for officers to consider it? Because I'm conscious that, hopefully we're coming out of the winter season into more less stormier weather, but any update in terms of the time frame from officers today would be appreciated. Thanks, Chair.
Through the chair, we will endeavour to get it carried out as soon as we can, Councillor Riley, subject to the availability of the arboriculturist, but it would be our intentions that it may not come back to the next meeting in time, but it will definitely follow on from that. So I wouldn't envisage any major delay in terms of the procurement of the arboriculturist.
Okay, thanks, Chair. Thanks, Suzanne.
Thanks, Councillor Riley. Alderman Kerrigan, just acknowledging your message there in the chat box. Thank you. Just one other item under chairperson's business. Well, it is with regret that this is going to be Eamon Malloy's last planning meeting, I believe. So it is. And I'd like to take this opportunity to wish Eamon his very best wishes for a happy retirement as he leaves the council at the end of this month. Eamon, as most of you know, a lot of you know him a lot longer than me. He's a long career in local government and he has been instrumental in the planning since 2015. And on a personal level, Eamon, you've been a great support to me in this role and I greatly appreciate it. So do. I'd like to bring Suzanne in at this stage, please.
Yeah. Thanks, Chair, Eamon and members. On behalf of all the staff within the planning teams and the department, I'd also like to take this opportunity to express my thanks to Eamon and for all the support over the last 10 years. Eamon, we wish you very well in your retirement. Thanks.
Councillor Jackson.
Yeah, good, Chair, and it is a significant occasion, and I want to, on behalf of the Sinn Féin team, thank him for all the work that he's done on behalf of council. He's been a great assistance and played a vital role within the planning service. And as a non-planner, he's been able to understand where we're coming from as well. So it had been. It played an invaluable role, and we want to thank you for everything that you've done. Not only and when there's been a substantial contribution to the planning system and ensuring that this committee functions and where the support that's provided to members has been second to none. But there's been also significant advances, and I think it's fair to say that Eamon played a key role in the delivery of our city did. And we are embarking now on the phase of development of the city did projects. And Eamon, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the work of yourself. So again, on behalf of our team within council, thank you for everything that you've done and wish you the best in your retirement.
Thank you. Councillor Jackson, Councillor Mooney, and then it'll be going to Councillor Kerrigan and then Councillor Gallagher.
Chair, I'm going to just defer to Councillor Boyle. I think he's much more eloquent when it comes to these kind of public expressions, you know. But just to say to him, and I, on my own personal capacity, thank you and for all the work you've done. You're definitely far too young to retire at this stage. But on that note, I will defer to Councillor Boyle. Thank you very much, Chair.
Do you want to come in at this stage, Councillor Boyle?
Yeah, thank you, Chair, and thanks to Councillor Mooney. And it was pretty much just what I was going to say. I mean, you're far too young for this retirement, Lark. But obviously, on behalf of the SDLP, I do wish you all the very best. We've known each other a considerable length of time now at this point. You've always been very diligent, very open, very honest. I personally have always appreciated your advice, your skill and your knowledge as well. And yes, I think it's important too, Chair, that we recognise the very significant amount of time and work that Eamon has put into our city deal, our growth deals, overseeing elements of this planning commitment that we all have as well. And I, for one, will certainly miss you, miss Eamon, Chair. And so I wish Eamon all the best, Eamon. I really genuinely do. And of course, hopefully we'll cross paths in other ways as the years go by. So really genuinely, Chair, just all the best, Eamon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Boyle. Alderman Kerrigan.
Thank you, Chair, for allowing me in. And just to concur with the comments which have already been stated, it's we're saddened to see Eamon retire, but just the way he carried himself and the way he is as approachable nature, and just that there's a wee glint and a wee smile in his eye there. Maybe it's getting more so now when he's come up to this date when he knows he's getting out. But it's been very much appreciated, all his words of wisdom, and he's been an encouragement to me from I came on to council, and anything he could do to assist you, he was always willing to try and help you out or take your point on board. So and that's not only in the planning end of things and whatever role he's had. So as I say, I've very much enjoyed any interaction I had with him and how helpful he was and useful to me. And as I say, I wish him a long and happy retirement. And as I say, on behalf of myself, the work that he's done alongside myself and on our group on the planning committee, we do wish him well in the future. But thank you very much, Chair, and all the best to him.
Thank you, Alderman Kerrigan. Councillor Gallagher.
Well, that as I say, no, just as I say, I've been council 10 years. I've had many engagements with Eamon, and I think retirement's not a nice word. It's a new horizon, maybe, you know, for another date. But I think that you left a great legacy, and we were losing a good asset. Just when it's all starting to come on board, I mean, all the hard work's done, and we're starting to see the fruits of that. But I wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you, Councillor Gallagher. Alderman Montgomery.
Thank you for letting me in. I've only known Eamon since I started on planning last May, but it has been a pleasure to get to know you. And just on behalf of the Ulster Unionist Party, we wish you all the best in your retirement.
Thank you, everybody, for all your very nice comments for Eamon. Eamon, I'll hand it over to yourself now. If you'd like to tell everybody what it's like getting out.
Yeah. Thank you, Chair. And look, I just want to say it's been a pleasure. And it's had its moments, as I'm sure you'd all agree. But I just want to say thank you. You know, it has been good working. It's been good getting to know. It's, you know, as an officer, your job is to try and make things happen, but it doesn't happen without elected members. You're the decision makers and you carry the can at the end of the day. So I just want to say thank you very much for firstly all your good wishes and your kind words. And I certainly wasn't expecting it, well, seeing I wasn't at the pre-meet. So I feel a bit hijacked, but to colleagues and to yourselves, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Eamon, and all the great tributes and positive comments are very much deserved. So, okay, then we'll move on to agenda item 6. Any matters arising from the open minutes of the Planning Committee on the 5th of February 2025. Nobody online, okay. Members, we're going to go to agenda item 13 at this stage. So I'm going to ask if we can go into confidential, please. We need to discuss section 76 legal agreement, and our visitors in the gallery, I'm going to have to ask you to leave for a few minutes, but I promise we'll come back out and get you very shortly. Thank you.
Chair, if I need a proposal, I'm happy to propose.
Thank you, Councillor Jackson, and second by Councillor Mooney.